Welcome, traders. This is Joel L. Connon and Dennis Dick of premarketinfo.com. We had a chance to observe and download the tape from the E-mini S&P 500 as the unenjoyment number was released. These charts and tape is courtesy of TradeStation. And boy, Dennis, we sure had a flurry of activity.
We really did have a flurry of activity, Joel, and what you're going to see is a lot of trades occurring at 8:30:00.
Okay, so let's set the stage a little bit, Dennis. The markets were definitely had some problems overnight. We're trading down close to 16 handles. Everyone is anticipating the unemployment number, and 1 second before the unemployment number, the SPOOs are just sitting there at 1292.50. Now, all this activity, Dennis, pick it up.
All this activity, so basically you have 1292.50 is where we're trading at, and at 8:30:00 the unemployment number data is released. And what I'm going to show you, I'm going to scroll through the number of trades, and this is crazy. There's so many trades that just occur at that exact second. And this is high frequency algorithmic systems that are taking advantage, basically information arbitrage, that are going to hit out every bid in the book at the second the data is released. Because the high frequency firms have the data now, and they are quick enough to hit any bid that can't move fast enough. So just take a look at how many trades are going by. We're 1291.50, 1291.25. They're just sweeping out the entire book. And to put it in perspective, one contract, like right here you see on the tape, 1290.75, one contract is worth approximately $65,000. It's 250, or I'm sorry, it's $50 a point times 1290.75. So that's how you get the value. When you see these like 20 contracts and 50 contracts, you are talking a huge amount of money here that's being hit. And they slam out every single bid. These trades are all occurring at the same instant second. There's a 500 lot trade at 1290.25, Joel. 1290.25, $32 million. Is that right? I think that'd be $32 million trade, correct?
It's actually more than that because it would be 30 if it was a 500 lot at 1285, it was 32 million.
Oh yeah, so
So
this is 1290. So yeah, so you're over 32 to 33 million dollars. That's one of the trades that occurred. So they're hitting millions upon millions, probably almost approaching the billions of dollars when you add. If we were to sit down and add up all these trades, maybe we'll do that for you later. We could tweet it out or something. But you can just see all of these trades are they've just swept out the entire book. There's no uptick. They are sweeping the entire book. They are picking off any participant that is sitting there with a bid and can't move their bid fast enough for the number, Joel.
yeah, Dennis, and I mean you mentioned algos and you mentioned info arbitrage, and those are kind of esoteric terms. I mean, what, be a little bit more specific, Dennis. Like what would be a programmer that would be able to pick up what would the algorithm be, or what would the program be that would be programmed in to take advantage of this type
It's
of
probably
activity?
something simple, just that it processes the information, it reads the information, and it reads it as being bad. And then it just says hit out every single bid down to 1285 or down to 1284. So it just basically sends a sell order for a ridiculous amount of shares. And it's probably not just one system. It's probably just not one.
Correct.
There's probably multiple high frequency firms that are hitting all of these bids. The fastest one wins, so the ones obviously that have the fastest systems are going to win. But what we're trying to make a point of is here, it's 8:30:00. By the time a human being was to process that information, it would at least take a couple of seconds. All of these trades occur instantaneously. So unless you have that high frequency algorithmic system, you have no chance to compete and basically hit out and pick off these orders. But here is the problem. If you're sitting orders out there ahead of the number, let's say it was trading at 1292.25, if you were sitting out there at 1290 or 1289 bidding the S&P, you got picked off. And the price moved rapidly through you. And you can see, look at the trades. There's just so many trades going by. It sweeps out the entire book. Like here's something interesting. The condition here says from TradeStation says below bid. That means that the trades were executed below the bid. It wasn't actually executed below the bid, but it actually means that the bid itself wasn't even updated yet to know that it thinks these trades are occurring below the bid because the actual bid that you were viewing hasn't even changed yet, and they've already hit it out. So the condition is not. And that's what I'm trying to say is it's just so quick, Joel.
Right, and also you have to probably what a lot of these programmers do, and what they have with the algos is if they have the hitting it out at 1289, 1288, 1287, just as quickly, Dennis, they could be sticking in. Let's say you hit the 500 lot at 1290, you're short 500. They could be putting 100 to buy at 86,
Oh
100
yeah.
to buy at 85, 100 to buy at 84,
Yep.
100 to buy at 83. Now, coincidentally, it came down to a very good number that the market hasn't taken out yet. The 1280.75 level was a level we had back in January. So they can also probably program in the prior support levels going back, whatever, 1 month, 2 months, and in this occasion, 5 months. So in a matter of seconds, they're making millions of dollars,
Millions
Dennis.
of dollars here being
How
made,
come we're
Joel.
not that smart?
How come we're not that? Millions of dollars being made here off this information arbitrage, Joel. Look at these trades. 1284. There was so many trades. Like I see 487 a lot just went by there, Joel. Crazy. We still haven't had an uptick. This is all occurring. There's the first uptick. 1283.75. We had a one uptick. So literally, you've just watched hundreds of trades go by where they have cleared out the book and picked off every bid that was sitting there that was out to lunch. Now you start seeing some upticks, and we're starting to find that consolidation at that 830, and now it's actually bouncing up, but we're still trading in the 830. So all of these trades happen instantaneously. You have all the algorithms that are covering now before we've even processed the information. So if you think you can compete with these high frequency traders, I think you got another. I think you're dead wrong. You just can't compete on speed with these guys. You've got to try to find other ways to profit in this market. But speed, there is no way to compete on speed because, as you can see, these guys are just ridiculously fast.
Right, he's probably just hitting CNBC by it right now.
It's crazy, Joel. It's crazy. 8:30.00. So finally, we can see how many trades were in there. We're finally at 8:30.01. So you literally had hundreds and hundreds of trades that occurred instantaneously. So that's just what we wanted to show you today, folks. And once again, it's Dennis Dick and Joel Alconin for premarketinfo.com.